Corruption is not a new phenomenon in Nigeria, as the country has been grappling with the pervasive issue for decades, and its consequences have had far reaching effects on governance, development, and the society in general. According to the chairman, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, Professor Bolaji Owasoye, corruption in Nigeria, especially among public office holders, is fueled by corruption inducing social norms across all ethnic and religious divides in the country. He said these at a policy dialogue on corruption, social norms, and behavioral change on Tuesday in Abuja. Clearview's Gloria Ta was there and now tells us more.
Corruption can be defined as the misuse of power or influence for personal or collective advantage. Nigeria has been grappling with a pervasive issue for decades, and its consequences have had far-reaching effects on its governance, development, and society, as it has over the years weakened the rule of law, eroded the trust the public places in the country's institutions, widened socio-economic inequalities and gaps between classes and segments of the society, and limited the overall growth and development of key sectors of the economy. Speaking at this one-day policy dialogue on corruption, social norms and behavioral change in Abuja, the chairman, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC), Professor Bolaji Owasoye, says corruption in Nigeria is deeply rooted in social norms and cultural factors across all ethnicities and religious divides in the country, which play a significant role in fostering corruption among public office holders.
As high as 69% of public servants that we surveyed indicated that their community would accept monetary gifts above their annual salary without questioning the source of the money. Corruption is therefore fueled by community expectations of people who are in public office. There's, for example, a general belief that groups, networks, and communities expect the holder of a public office to confer benefit from or benefit of office on the members of the community, regardless of whether those benefits are corrupt practices in themselves or if the benefits come from the proceeds of crime or corruption. As stakeholders who have been invited to this dialogue, we all have a duty to implement advocacy programs in our constituencies, and you don't have to have a hall like this. You just need to stand for something that is definitive. That we should lead by example and inspire members of our constituents to do so.
The keynote speaker at the event, Professor Toyin Falola, and other stakeholders say the fight against corruption in Nigeria is a collective responsibility which requires a combination of public awareness, strong institutions, the active participation of religious and community leaders, as well as other relevant stakeholders.
We have to revive the independence of the judiciary as a way of checking other arms of government and strengthening institutions and to punish offenders. We have to revive and make use of the National Orientation Agency. We have to reduce monetary attraction of public office holders. This is something we have to think about more seriously.
And tackling corruption can come in the following ways. Working with motivated leaders, and we have them, we all know in our community. Addressing key areas like health and education, service delivery, or the development of our natural resources. When you don't provide services, there is bound to be corruption, even if your salaries are increased 100 times.
For us as space leaders, so we are asking people like Father Ihosani, our Muslim scholars, why is it that although all of us claim to be Muslims and Christians, but we do bad things throughout the day? And we go and pray in the morning, we pray in the evening, some pray even 5 times, maybe some pray even more than that. What does our faith say about our own behavior?
So my message today is that we should focus on the justice of every situation. And that we can only do if we decide to imbibe a life and a lifestyle like Shetima said, that shows concern for your neighbor.
The forum, we suggest, should look beyond the legal and institutional measures to tackle corruption in the society, but rather focus on societal attitudes and norms that change and correct our behaviors.
I also believe that in achieving behavioral changes, incentives and rewards play a great role as they tend to reinforce desired behaviors. Tangible rewards, recognitions, or positive feedbacks that encourages individuals to continue or adopt new behaviors have the capacity to drive people towards new behaviors.
The one-day policy dialogue, which is the 6th in the History of Policy Dialogue series of the ICPC, is in collaboration with the Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria with support of MacArthur Foundation. It brought together policy makers, experts, thought leaders and representatives from various sectors to engage informed, constructive discussions aimed at addressing the negative social norms bedeviling the country while provoking behavioral change in citizens. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.